Greetings, everybody. It is Gleekon here again with another episode of Lore of Warcraft. We're on the third part of 6 years before the Dark Portal, so stay a while and listen to this one. It's called Blade of the Shadow Council, and it is sort of like the next part. The last one was called the Shadow Council. Now, here's my guess. We've recently picked up Garona onto the Shadow Council. She is ensorcelled to be part of this team, but considering her background as an assassin, and that's what she currently is, that's my guess. She's the Blade of the Shadow Council, and she's going to assassinate. Here we go. Though Gul'dan had won Blackhand's support, he knew the other clans would not accept the Blackrock chieftain as their war chief. Not yet. He dispatched his Shadow Council agents to the Orcish territory, spreading word of Blackhand's mighty deeds. They claimed that his shaman had discovered new power and tapped into a force even greater than the elements. Many orcs grew intrigued by these mysterious stories, and they looked upon Blackhand with awe. During their journeys, the Shadow Council agents also spied on the clans. They took note of those orcs who opposed the Horde, and they relayed this information back to Gul'dan. There was one orc in particular who drew the warlock's ire, Chieftain Zagrel of the Whiteclaw clan, and we've mentioned him before. He had called on the clans to end their pointless war with the Draenei and focus their attention on shamanic rituals. Zagrel believed that only through dedicated worship and adherence to old traditions could the orcs rekindle their relationship with the elemental spirits. If he were given enough time, Gul'dan feared that Zagrel could win the support of orcs who questioned the Horde. Orcs like Chieftain Durotan and his Frostwolves, and he might actually succeed because he might have a point. The warlock would need to deal with the Whiteclaw's troublesome leader quickly, and he had the perfect weapon. Also, yeah, Chieftain Durotan and the Frostwolves are a powerful tribe as well. Gul'dan ordered Garona to strike down Chieftain Zagrel. The ensorcelled half-orc could not resist his commands. As silent as a shadow, she slipped into the Whiteclaw's encampment and stabbed Zagrel through the heart. None of his clan would ever know she'd been there. After their leader's untimely death, inner turmoil crippled the clan as Zagrel's brothers and sons battled for the title of chieftain. The Whiteclaws would endure, but they would never be as strong as they had once been. As a matter of fact, I can't think of the Whiteclaws in any of the Warcraft games. I might just be forgetting them, but that might be like the death of their clan. It says they'd survive, but Chieftain Durotan was already growing wary of the war against the Draenei. Zagrel's demise only deepened his unease. It was not a mere coincidence that the Horde's most vocal opponent had died, yet Durotan had no proof of who had murdered the Whiteclaw chieftain. Had it been one of his power-hungry kin? Or had it been the work of some other unseen force? Okay, so we have Durotan growing in suspicion, and we have what we said, the assassination, Garona acting as the Shadow Hand's assassin. Now this one I think is interesting. It's called the Shadow Council Lords over Ner'zhul. So either this is something that's happened like at the beginning of this year, or even at the end of the last one, or this picture, I've played it too soon, but we're going to look. One, we've got the Secret Shadow Council. We've got these Orcish warlocks. I'm guessing this is Gul'dan. He does not look weak or enfeebled, but it could also be Blackhand, but it doesn't look like it because I don't see the Blackhand tattoo. However, you know for sure you've got Chokal, and you've got Garona down here looking away. She doesn't like to see this. We already know that Ner'zhul has been captured, is being kept, and is basically being brutalized and tortured. So that fits with what we already know. Or it might be something further. Either way, it's a pretty cool picture because we get to see Garona, we get to see Chokal, we get to see the back of Gul'dan, we get to see Orcish warlocks, we get to see this weird thing they're worshipping. I don't know who that guy is. He might be Blackhand, or he might be someone else, just a bodyguard. It might be Blackhand, because Blackhand is supposed to be like part of everything. Okay. Another episode in Pipes 5x5. We're going to move forward to another year on the next episode of Lore of Warcraft.